Good evening. Many thanks for joining us and welcome to CoreTV News at 7 with me, Emmanuel Ezekiel. The police have warned all security details attached to political office holders against accompanying their principals to polling centers on April 11th. They are also barred from coalition centers after the voting exercise. Police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu said in a statement that only police officers specifically assigned for election duties must be seen within and around the election designated places. He added that Inspector General Police Suleiman Abba has ordered the arrest of any policeman who decides to escort politicians to polling unit anywhere in the country. The police are, however, full of praises for all the law enforcement agencies who contributed to making the March 28 elections relatively H-free. Staying with police authorities, we have said that they have identified a number of people who played different roles in the pre-election violence in Rivers State. This, they say, is aside from 124 other electoral incidents that are being investigated after the March 28 presidential polls. Inspector General Police Suleiman Abba disclosed this at the opening of a conference with all police commissioners in Abuja on the forthcoming April elections. Basi Aye reports.
As Nigerians prepare to go to the polls again on April 11, the police hierarchy has given assurance on adequate security. This, it said, is to prevent further electoral crimes in view of current efforts to fish out and bring to book perpetrators of electoral violence across the country. The Inspector General also listed Rivers State as one of the areas on the focus.
This is as regards the arrest in Rivers, or incidents, violent incidents in Rivers. But let me say that the strategies we are adopting to prevent further incidents are better kept to our chest for now. Let me also say that the purpose of this meeting includes strengthening our deployments to Rivers and other states where we believe we really need to strengthen the deployments to prevent lawlessness.
On the issue of the election day bomb attack in Enugu State, the police chief had this to say.
We did all our best, our very best indeed, to protect INEC officials, to protect INEC materials, to protect INEC offices. Unfortunately, incidents happened. Isolated as they were, we want to treat them as challenges so that they don't occur in the April 11th elections for the governors and state houses of assembly.
He further revealed that 124 election-related incidents are also being investigated, with quite a number already being charged to court. This, the IG says the police will attempt to reduce on April 11 by placing more emphasis on the prevention.
So far, we have 124 incidents that were investigated, and quite a number of them have been charged to court already.
While the police high command re-strategizes ahead of Saturday's governorship and State House of Assembly elections, Nigerians can only hope that the relative peace and security witnessed during the presidential elections will be repeated, if not surpassed. Basia Ye, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Staying in Rivers State, a coalition of 17 political parties in the state are demanding the removal of the resident electoral commissioner ahead of the April 11th elections in the state. Representatives of the parties are at the national headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission earlier today in Abuja to table their grievances against Kisila Khan, the one the electoral commissioner removed for allegedly colluding with the People's Democratic Party to perpetrate electoral fraud on March the 28th. INEC officials, however, promised to look into allegations while urging the protesters against taking the laws into their hands.
We are here to register our protestation to INEC to show to the whole world that that woman is biased, and we want an umpire that is impartial. She is partial, she is political, she is partisan, she has done everything to favor the People's Democratic Party. We want a free and fair election. We don't want an INEC commissioner who will be fair to one party and, of course, unfair to the other. That's what we want. That's why we are here. We have sent in our letter. We have previously written to INEC. Of course, the whole world is living witness to what happened on the 28th of March. That was a caricature of an election. She simply gave sensitive electoral material such as the result sheets to PDP stalwarts in Rivers State, and they stayed in the comforts of their homes and wrote results and announced. And of course, we protested, we sent letters to INEC. INEC, in its wisdom, said that that result should be allowed to stay. Of course, we'll take legal channels to challenge that result.
Now, the Labour Party is set to challenge the results declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission for the National Assembly elections in Oyo and Delta states. National Secretary of the party, Kayode Ajulo, disclosed this at a news conference in Abuja. He claimed that Labour Party's logo was not properly displayed on the ballot papers in the states, thereby denying thousands of party supporters the opportunity to elect their candidate. Ajulo also argued that the difficulties encountered by the Commission on the use of card reader has vindicated the opposition of his party.
For the National Assembly election, we raised the issue of PVC, and that really happened. And this is even the core of our election, our press conference this morning. Like for a play, there are a lot of irregularities. Like for what happened in Oyo State is something that which we, as far as we're concerned, election in Oyo State has to be upturned at the end of the day. We approached the court, particularly when our logo, it was not properly displayed. And because of this one has already, one way or the other, misled our teaming supporters to know who to vote for. It is out there. And why we're so particular about this, I remember this early this year, at our convention, we raised this issue because of that. We sent the proper logo to INEC, and we believe that that will be effected. That is that. And in other places like Boeing, Abakaliki, Cross River, you see where army, soldiers, police, they took over from the political party, trying to even defend the political party. These are the agencies of the government that are supposed to be impartial. You see multiple trumpeting here and there. Ad hoc staff, most of them, they are card-carrying members of a particular political party. I think these are the things that we catalog together. What we did today is to give Nigerians our interim report, and these are followed by the petition.
Now, with the state with the only House of Assembly elections scheduled to take place on Saturday, youth from Orionwan local government area of Edo State have staged a peaceful demonstration to the INEC's office in Benin to demand that the resident electoral commissioner, Mike Guinea, remain non-partisan. The youth who displayed placards with various inscriptions say they had earlier sent petitions to the commission on a number of issues cited. Leader of the protests, Matthias Osakwolo, briefing the protest youth outside the commission's office in Benin after a closed-door meeting with the REC, says the electoral officer in charge of Orionwan LGA during last polls, where the LGA's cancelled, has stepped down. Osakwolo assured the protesters that all lapses in previous elections
your petition, the concerned Orionwan youth to the commissioner, and he has said he will look into it. And I want to also join us to go peacefully about the election, to go and use our ballot papers, our voters' card, to send those who are our choice, to send those that will lead us, that will bring development to Orionwan. Please and please and please, let's go about our lawful duties before, during, and after the election. The result of the 7 wards, he has shown some evidence to us of some lapses in the result, but he has promised us that he will look into it. He said he's going to speak with our leader, and he also totally admitted that the fault is from the INEC. And as we speak now, the INEC official, the EO in Orionwan has been sacked.
In his response, the Edo State Resident Electoral Commissioner Mike Guinea assured the protesters of a free and fair State House of Assembly elections come Saturday.
Vote for State House of Assembly as well as the suspended Orion local government and other parts, we are going to have elections. It is clearly on simple majority. It is clearly on simple majority.
To ensure transparency of the polls, Guinea says one representative of each party will accompany the commission to the Central Bank of Nigeria in Benin to collect materials for the polls. Well, at this point, we'll go for a very quick break. Do not go away. CoreTV News at 7 returns shortly. Stay with us.
Don't you wish your mommy was fine like mine? Yeah. Don't you wish your mommy was smart like mine? Yeah. Don't you? Don't you wish your mommy could laugh like mine?
And that's why every mom should take 3 Crowns milk with low cholesterol to help stay fit and healthy so she can take extra care of her family.
Don't you wish your wifey was hot like mine?
3 Crowns now comes in powder.
Welcome back. You're still watching CoreTV News at 7. Well, you can reach us on the following social media platforms: Facebook, facebook.com/CoreTV News, or our Twitter handle at CoreTV News NG. You can also check our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, and then news. Tension and palpable fear has returned to Ekiti State with the face-off between the 19 APC lawmakers and the state governor, Ayodele Fayose, degenerating into an impeachment saga. Rashid has more on the protests by PDP members against such moves. His report.
The situation is tensed and tension is high, no thanks to the impeachment crisis engulfing Ekiti State. The worst hit is the seat of power, Ado Ekiti, as there is total lockdown with streets deserted and shops closed, while residents also stayed indoors, with civil servants also heading home. All commercial activities are paralyzed, while entry points into the city are reportedly barricaded in an apparent move to resist the 19 APC lawmakers from entering Ekiti from their alleged Osun State base. While all this was going on, some organized labor activists hold a peace rally suing for peace in the state.
As long as there is no peace in Ekiti, we workers will be affected, because this is a civil service state, and that is why we want to tell everybody, especially those who are at the back, who are in Lagos, who are in various parts of the country, or even outside Nigeria, thinking that some people or it is the present government that is causing problems. No, we want to say that it is those outside that are throwing stones into Ekiti, and we are not going to take it. Where were those 19 legislators before they held the presidential election? They did not attempt to come back. It's a political problem. This thing is not about Fayemi, it's not about Fayose, it is about Ekiti. And we believe that we own Ekiti. This is the time we have to tell them that we want peace in Ekiti State.
While security agencies and residents wait with apprehension of the much touted sitting of the 19 APC lawmakers, Ado Ekiti residents lament the precarious situation the state is.
No one problem, because all the person we won't come do problem here. They don't thief our money go before. They won't come thief another one again. You don't want them again. You don't want to see them here. If you see them, now voila. They say, no way, we go tell, tell our president. You know what, APC, we can't destroy this Ekiti here now. Because there is a lot of problem here. They won't create problem for Ekiti now. Because there is no problem for Ekiti.
With the situation on ground in Ekiti, it is no longer at ease. No one can predict what is next, as the fate of Ayo Fayose now hangs in the balance. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado Ekiti.
Oba of Lagos, Rewan Akiolu, has denied newspaper reports about his alleged threat to Igbos in Lagos. The Vote for All Progressives Congress governorship candidate Akinwumi Ambode, the Oba, in a statement signed on his behalf by Lateef Ajose, the Okwelua of Lagos, said the meeting he had with Ezendigbos in the whole of Lagos is just the normal one that is held regularly. He added that he also prayed for the continued peaceful coexistence and prosperity of Lagos. The monarch added that his alleged statement on the issue of people ending up in Lagoon is nothing but a storm in a teacup. He said that the statement is just a proverb of those working against the throne and its interests ending up in the lagoon as the tradition of Lagos. Director Media and Publicity of the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Organization, Femi Fani-Kayode, has described as ominous and unacceptable the threat by the Oba of Lagos against the Igbos in Lagos, that if they do not vote for the APC in the governorship election on Saturday. Fani-Kayode, in a statement issued in Abuja, said, "The truth is that we are threatened with ethnic cleansing and religious carnage in the north. Had Buhari not won the presidential election on March 28 and had President Jonathan not quickly conceded defeat." Fani-Kayode stated that the threats by the APC and all the attendant rubbish that goes with them must stop, pointing out that no one is intimidated on the side of the PDP and neither do the party fear for the future because God is in control. He added that the party wants peace and harmony but will not tolerate any attempt to intimidate its followers, while urging all PDP supporters nationwide to take their destinies into their hands and vote for the party's candidates. He also reminded the APC that the PDP has over 12 million foot soldiers who must be respected. Meanwhile, the Lagos State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has demanded the immediate suspension of Rilwan Akiolu as Oba of Lagos until after the elections, following a statement credited to the Oba that Igbos must vote APC governorship candidate or be drowned in Lagos water. The party has also alerted the security agencies to hold the Oba responsible for any attack on non-indigenous or PDP members in order to guarantee free, fair and credible elections in the state. According to the PDP, the silence of the governor of the state, Fashola, over 48 hours after such inflammatory statement and threat to life suggests that the Oba must have been deployed by the state government to act so. The PDP said the governor is a conspirator in this threat and must also be held accountable for any violence in the election, on which the party attributes to a vindication regarding the desperation of the APC to retain Lagos State at all costs, including plans not to concede imminent defeat on April 11th. The PDP has, however, charged the non-indigenous and her fans not to be intimidated by the Oba's threat, but go out to vote according to their wish. The governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, has promised to complete all projects if the incumbent governor, Rabiu Kwankwaso, is unable to finish. He made a pledge at an interactive media session at the Secretariat, the local chapter of the Nigeria Union of Journalists in Kano. Ganduje, who had been the deputy governor in the last 4 years, said he would focus attention on education, healthcare and security.
I will ensure that such projects are being completed once they are useful to the members of the public. So, having taken that into consideration, I now look at the areas that I will introduce new innovations, new initiatives, especially looking to the two major issues. First, critical infrastructure for Kano State, both metropolitan Kano and the rural areas, and also look at those services that will guarantee human development. I do not belong to that school of thought. Therefore, all the programs, especially the mega projects that we have started, that cannot be completed, it is my responsibility to see that such projects are being completed.
A federal high court, Federal Capital Territory High Court sitting in Abuja has fixed April 15 for further hearing in the trial of a former governor of Kogi State, Abubakar Audu, and a former Director General of the Directorate of Rural Development, Kogi State, Alpha Ibn Mustafa, are being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for offences bordering on criminal breach of trust and misappropriation of over 10 billion naira. trial judge, Justice Ademola Adeniyi, adjourned the case to enable counsel get more witnesses and file all necessary processes. When the matter came up for hearing, a prosecution witness, Jabaru Olatunji, told the court that several documents on the award of contracts to major contractors between 2000 and 2003 during Audu's tenure as governor were forged. Now, Nigeria's military authorities say troops have successfully completed a raid on Boko Haram camps in Alagarno, Borno State. The area is said to be one of the new and few places the insurgents still operate from in the state. Defense headquarters disclosed this through its Twitter feed. The details of the raid were not disclosed, but the military say mop-up operations are going on in the surrounding areas. Now to electricity survey. A new survey conducted by NY Polls Limited on Nigeria's power supply has shown that 62.6% of Nigerian households did not see any improvement in power supply in the last 2 years. The survey, according to the pollsters, was conducted between January 2013 and March 2015. It also indicates that only 37.4% said they saw some improvement. According to the survey, the Southwest region had the highest number of people who claimed to have seen an improvement, while the Southeast region had the lowest average of respondents who did not see much difference. More findings reveal that over the same period, Nigerians' households received an average daily cumulative power supply of between 5 and 7 hours per day. This, according to the survey, saw an average of 77.5% of Nigerians depend more on alternative power sources, including generators and inverters, over a 2-year period. The expenditure pattern shows that while Nigerians spend an average of 3,500 naira on power bill, they spend an additional 10,000 naira on alternative power every month. We'll go for another break. When we come back, we'll bring you news outside Nigeria. Stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Back now, straight to news outside Nigeria. Report says 8 flights to Yemen are being held back by logistical problems as violence in the country continues. Saudi airstrikes have been targeting Houthi rebels for almost 2 weeks now. The International Community for the Red Cross, ICRC, was given permission to land planes carrying staff for medical supplies by Saudi-led coalition on Saturday. But the flights have been unable to depart, according to ICRC spokeswoman Claire Fegali. The UN says more than 500 people have been killed as the Houthis battle forces loyal to beleaguered President Abu Mansur Hadi. The Red Cross is also trying to deploy a team of surgeons to the battle-torn city of Aden, but said that authorization from all the parties involved were necessary before this could happen. And that's our package for 7. Now, our program continues. 2015 Elections Watch. Do not go away. We'll come back very shortly. My name is Emmanuel Ezekiel. Thank you for watching.